Never, never, never die. Never die. Never die. Never die. Never die.
Fuck you. It is 3:58 in the morning, but before I get into today's podcast, I want to thank Blackstone Labs for sponsoring this podcast, and you can get 20% off your entire order at blackstonelabs.com. Look, you're trying to get jacked, you're trying to get shredded, you're trying to put on muscle, you're trying to get, summer body ready. Well, guess what? Blackstone Labs has supplements that can assist you in that. The protein, pre-workouts, branching amino acids, thermogenics, they have all those things. And you can get 20% off your entire order at blackstonelabs.com. That is 20% off your entire order, blackstonelabs.com. Just use promo code B2the4thpower at checkout. Also to CH Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. That is CH Concrete. No job too big, no job too small. Commercial, residential, does not matter. If you want to cement your backyard, you want to cement your front yard, you want to do a driveway, foundations, your patios, walkways, it does not matter. They can take care of it for you. That's CH Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. All right, now let's get into today's podcast. And like I said, I got a special guest, Coach Ken. Thank you for coming back.
What's up, brother?
So how you holding up during this whole pandemic?
I mean, I don't know. Being in the house hasn't been really my issue. I don't mind being in the house. I'm usually a homebody anyway. I grew up being outside with my friends as a kid all the time, but it just irritates me of my rights. My only thing that really bothers me. I don't want my gym to be closed. I don't want to be told to wear a mask. I don't have a mask. I have not worn one. I've only been told maybe one time so far that at Panera Bread, they were open, and then they said, you can't come in without a mask. I'm like, I just did. I walked up to the counter. I'm like, why? She's like, well, it's a rule. Or no, orders. I'm like, what do orders mean?
Yeah.
There's no law. I don't like arguing with people, but, I mean, when it comes to my rights, I don't have a gun, but I think everyone that wants a gun should have one. And I think
exactly.
If you practice your religion your certain way, that's your religion. The freedom of our country is basically it's supposed to be our way of life, our way of thinking. We get to choose and freedom and stuff like that. And when that's taken away, it's just not cool. But other than that, I mean, I've held up okay. I tried to order some bands to work out. They just came like 2 weeks ago. So it took a month to get here. So after a couple of weeks, I thought, well, maybe this will blow over, and it didn't blow over. But I did some bands a couple of times. I've not lost any weight. Well, I lost like 6 pounds. I didn't gain any weight.
Yeah.
Gym opens up today. Thank God. I guess I told you before, I've been going back and forth with the owner. I'm like, hey, just open the gym. We'll all support you if we have to.
Yeah.
We'll lock the door. And if members want to, they'll knock on the door, let the members in. Please show up, lock it, and say, and just walk away. If they beat the door down, that's destruction of property.
Yeah.
If they come in, that's invasion of privacy. I'm like, we're good. Don't worry about it.
No, that's how it goes. Like over here, like I haven't stopped working. I've continued working. Like I said, I work for Costco, so this whole pandemic thing, there was a lot of rules and a lot of things implemented. They put up those glass panels. They're like 6 feet away.
We'll rip them down.
But that's the thing too is like, with everything going on, none of our members, none of the people that shop at Costco give a fuck about these rules, give a fuck about keeping it 6 feet away. For a while, they actually were only letting a certain amount of people in the store at a time. And then from what I understand, somebody came in from corporate and they're like, why is there a line outside? It's because we're supposed to mitigate how many people, because they actually had, I want to say, the fire inspector come in and told them, like, you can't have these many people in the store. I'm like, but we've always had these many people in the store. And so that's why they had actually start implementing this whole line outside and only so many people inside. And then, like, so when corporate came in, the first thing they did was they're like, check this out. No lines. You let everybody in. And and it's crazy because everyone's shoulder to shoulder in line with no practicing of social distancing. And then they just implemented the rule, I want to say maybe 2 weeks ago, like you said, like it's required. If you want to come in, you got to have a mask, but it's not enforced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's just so crazy, And that's also something I want to talk to you about too. Have you been on any of these like Let Go, Craigslist, Offer Up, 5 Mile apps? And looked up weights right now?
Oh, yeah. Well, there was a guy on Marketplace. I looked up Craigslist. I don't know. I don't follow all the app stuff, but I probably should. Because some you mentioned I never heard of. But I looked up Wish. I looked up Facebook was the worst. They're like, I wanted to buy those dumbbells.
Yeah.
They were the adjustable ones.
Yeah.
Twist them.
Yeah, I reckon.
They're like $100.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, I'm like, all right, I don't work out at home. I just go to the gym when I work out. I don't spend a ton of time there. I'm like, if I buy these for $100, am I going to use them afterwards? I'm like, so I went back and forth, and eventually I should have just bought them when they were $90.
Yep.
But I
now
went
they're like $1,000.
at like $900. So I said,
Yeah.
email this guy. I said,
yeah.
I go, do you seriously think you're going to get $900 for these dumbbells? I'm like, they're just dumbbells. I can buy them for $99. I sent him a picture. He goes, yeah, but they won't work like these.
And let me tell you something right now. Yeah.
I said, so if I twist the dial, what's going to happen?
Exactly. No, it's hilarious right now because, like I said, it's just like, I mentioned all those apps, and I always collected weights and collected workout equipment. Okay. So and before this whole pandemic, people would give this shit away for free. They're like, look, just come pick it up. I don't even want it. Right. And then as soon as this whole thing happens, all of a sudden everyone's like, oh shit, the gyms are closed. This is closed. Now let me go pick everything up, and it fucked it up for everybody else. And like I see a pair of 25-pound dumbbells, a set of 25-pound dumbbells trying to go for like $250. I'm like, are you fucking serious? It's $1 a pound. That's how much weights usually cost, brand new.
You can get them down to 50, 55 cents.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Nobody's doing that right now.
Well, it's supply and demand. I think people get a little greedy and they're scared. When people get desperate, they do really freaky, crazy things. Right? Luckily, we haven't had riots. We haven't had shootings.
Yeah.
Thank God, knock on wood. But if you want to go into all the other stuff going on, this pandemic, the hoax and the deep state and all that fun stuff, we're happy to dive into some of it because I've been studying a lot. Hundreds and hundreds of hours of what I've learned. That I'm not a political person. I've never been into politics and stuff like that. I still am not, but it's just amazing how corrupt they really are. Because I know when I was about 20, 22, when my father was around, he grew up he was born in 1920.
Yeah. He
would have been 100 this year. Damn. So learning what my dad knew back in the day compared to what we go through, this ain't nothing. We have food. We have things. They didn't have shoes back then. They didn't have food. So things I've learned so far, what a mess.
Man, and like I said, to be honest, even with like the whole, I know of one person who got the coronavirus.
Yeah. And
the only reason I know of it is because he's like the grandson of my godmother. And,
on your second cousin side.
Exactly.
Right.
No, and that's the truth. That's the truth.
Totally
that's the
understand.
only person that I've actually like. I've seen, I've met him, I've talked to him all the time, but I have not seen him in months. And someone had mentioned to me, oh, did you hear that this person got it? I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so, and that's like the counts of coronavirus. Like I said, I'm not trying to knock it or say, whatever it is. But the thing is like I said, with all this crazy stuff going on, I only know of one person, and I haven't even seen that person sick. So
I don't know anybody. And I actually called at one point about 2 weeks ago. I actually called the CDC about a month ago.
Okay.
Just to see what they would say. I'm like, hey, what if I don't feel good? What do you guys do? Who is someone? I know someone that feel good. They didn't answer their phone. They actually had no voicemail even set up.
Damn.
I'm like, all right, so Fauci and Gates, you're so concerned about the people, but I can't get through to you. What if I was a single mom and I was home by myself, or I'm 70 years old and I have a bad knee and I really can't get up out of a chair?
Yeah.
You're not available to help me. There's no crisis hotline. Then last week I called the hospital where I live, and all of Allegheny County in Pittsburgh. I called. I said, hey, I disguised my name. I'm like, hey, my name's Michael Johnson. I'm doing a survey, quick interview with what's going on with the pandemic. I go, can you tell me anything about it? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And she's like, she didn't say a word. I'm like, hello? I was recording it. I'm like, hello?
Yeah.
I'm like, are you there? I'm like, I asked you a fucking question.
Yeah.
And she transferred me to the infectious disease department. And I guess it was like the controller director. I said, my name's Michael Johnson. I'm doing a quick survey on the pandemic. I'm trying to figure out some investigation work. I go, what's going on with the pandemic? And she goes, it depends on what you mean by what's going on. I said, well, okay, is it a serious problem? Is it not a problem?
Yeah.
Because my girlfriend went to the hospital almost 2 months ago to have a procedure done, and they told her to go to the ER because the doctors weren't available normal.
Yeah.
I was like, she goes, there's nobody there. This is almost 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I said, what are you talking about? I thought people were sick. She goes, no, there's a couple pregnant women there and one other guy just kind of like sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so it's really true. This is fake. And then when I called them, she goes, well, we've only had 30. This is what I swear she said, if anyone wants the phone number, you can call. She said, we only had 32 cases in all of Allegheny County, and that includes 10 hospitals. I said, 10 hospitals? Oh, I said, you said 32, right? Not 3,200? She goes, no, 32. And she kind of sighed. She went, yeah. I go, so it's nowhere near what they say. She goes, that's a pretty good evaluation of it. I was like, at that point, I didn't know what to say. I was going to start asking more questions, and I'm like, she's probably been bombarded with too much stuff, and I want to overload her. And, I'm like, all right, have a great day. So I got off the phone. And I went, all right. So all this conspiracy stuff that I've been looking into is the dots all connect.
Yeah.
To me, it's becoming truer and truer as days go by.
Yeah.
And the great thing, so if people don't know, the one big plus we have in our society that we have won as people is this mandated thing that Fauci and Gates were trying to push through the Congress. Done. They got nixed by Trump. So you know what? Good for him. Good for the company, or good for the country. I think we'll be back on track. The hard part's the second wave is preparing ourselves for what's going to happen next.
Exactly. No, and that's the truth because, like I said, it and because there's all this talk of when winter comes back and when when we start hitting the fall, will there be a resurgence, and that's the thing though too is like
that's normal.
It is normal,
that's
but
normal.
the thing is too is what drives me crazy is like I don't understand any of the panic buying. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like the world stopped or the world ended or is ending. It was more of like, oh, you have to stay home for a month. And then everyone bombards every store, buys everything up, and then wonder why there's nothing around. I'm like, these companies no one was prepared for that. No one was prepared for the panic buying.
Sure.
It happened. It ensued on us. Because like I said, I work for Costco, so I'm on the front line of watching all this stuff happen. People are spending hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, all on
toilet paper,
on necessities that you really don't need to overspend. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And it's like, and then plus we're having a meat shortage. And so a lot of places are limiting how much meat you can buy, and it's just so.
Is that true right now?
Yeah, that's true right now.
All right. So I heard some of the farmers talk, and everyone's like, "No, that's not true. They're trying to get money." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't think so, because I don't trust. I'm sorry, I just don't trust the government. I never have. I never will."
Oh yeah, no.
They're two-faced. They're totally two-faced.
It's a meat shortage right now, because like I said, from what I understand, Smithfield Farms is one of the biggest pork producers in the world, or at least in the United States.
Right.
They said that they had a couple of outbreaks of coronavirus, so they shut down for about 2 to 3 weeks to sanitize. And then in the midst of all this happening, a Chinese company ended up buying Smithfield's company. And so now what it is pork is now raised here, frozen, sent to China, butchered there, and is going to be shipped back to America.
That sounds like more coronavirus waiting to happen.
So
yeah. Who's my question?
Like I say, that's just what I heard and what I read in the articles.
So the funny thing is there's so much stuff going on with this China. It's hard to point fingers, but at the end of the day, they're still responsible because it happened in their country. Yeah. Whether they did it or not, we don't really know.
Yeah.
I mean, I speculate.
A sickness happened. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, but I have enough information that I've seen that points to them because they want to rule the world. Yeah. So I do understand why they want to fight chemically and stuff like that and everything else. But this whole deep state thing, it's got to.
It goes deep, bro. So sometimes I try to dive into that pool and then I got to reel myself back in because it'll take you quick.
It'll get you pretty fired up. Yeah. I look at it. I'm looking at stuff on here called Project Bluebeam. You heard of that?
Yeah.
They're talking like the next phase is going to be alien invasions and stuff and holograms in the sky of Jesus, and they're supposed to pull everyone in from the world and talk in different languages. I'm like, who's going to buy that?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, I think the deep state has gone so far that they think that they're convinced in their mind that everything they've done up till this point for the past 40 years exactly, they think that they're truly going to rule the world. And I don't see how they're going to do it because most people are going, the media's exposing all you guys. Like Trump said last week, I don't know if you saw his interview with Maria Bartiromo.
No, I didn't get a chance to see that one.
Best one you could watch, dude. He said, he goes, look, because she asked, what's going on with all this stuff? He goes, look, he goes, they got caught. He goes, and what that means in my mind is everyone's like saying Trump's not doing anything about it. Well, I kind of don't believe. I think he is, but he's doing it behind the scenes.
Yeah.
He's letting all this thing transpire. The Democrats said go home. The Democrats say don't go back to work. He didn't say that. He said last week, this is all a big hoax. No one had to go home. So what he's doing is saying, it's not my fault. It's them. So at the end of the day, when his campaign goes to, he goes to like towards October,
Yeah.
I think he's going to go, well, guess what? I got my Trump card. All you guys are screwed. I'm going to win now because you guys screwed everything up. Good luck. And now half you're going to go to jail.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. And I've talked to some other people, and they're like, yep, exactly. I'm like, all right. So I guess we're going to have to wait and see.
Nah. Sometimes that's, that's it. It's all about waiting and seeing at this point. I wanted to switch gears a little bit. I
Sure.
wanted to talk to you about day trading because, right now I feel is the time to buy. Like I said, I'm not a day trader at all. I know you're the professional, but I've been buying stocks. I've been really sinking a little bit of money that I have, and I've made quite a bit of money just from some of the stuff that I've bought. Because like I said, the market crashed hard, real hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I just want to actually just get your perspective of, this day trading part. People are always interested. People always want to know. People want to know how to make money on the internet. And like I said, you're the man to ask. And
Not sure if
you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know more than me, bro. That's just what it is. You know more than me.
Right.
And so, you know what I'm saying? What are your predictions on what's going to actually happen with this financial market this whole thing going on?
You know what? I just so you know, I'm not the expert, but yeah, I might know more than you or maybe the average person.
Yeah.
So from what I've heard so far and what I try, I'm a day trader. So I think day to day, week to, I kind of look at the week and say, okay, well, there's some guys put commentaries out and they'll say, here's what we expect for the week. However, during the pandemic, the last 2 months, you can buy a stock for a couple hours and all of a sudden it'll just die. It'll sell off. And you're like, I thought that was going to work fine. Like everything you tried for the past couple weeks has been up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
And it's not gone my way. It's not gone my way as much as it should have went my way. But I lost money. But it's okay. But I'm just still learning. I'm about 90 days in, so I'm not, like I said, I'm not an expert. But what's going to happen, I honestly don't know. Because if you think about it, the world they want this new world order. There's something called the Amero. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
The Amero dollar.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so the Amero dollar is supposed to be the American, the euro, maybe the British pound, and the Mexican dollar combined. They want this world currency. So we're looking at the blockchain. We're looking at cryptocurrency. China has already started a cryptocurrency for their currency. Now, what they're implementing is if you make $3,000, per se, in cryptocurrency or their dollar, digital dollar, then you can only spend so much on food, so much on gas, so much on this, so much on that. So they'll keep you in your house, I guess, but you can only spend like $1,000 in rice per month out of 3.
Yeah.
And if they want to take money out in taxes, they'll pull out what they want when they want. So they control your money.
Yeah.
It's just not good. So this whole digital imprint that Gates was trying to get into, it's been blocked temporarily, but he owns a patent on cryptocurrency. So I don't know for sure. I'm just going by. I'm a technical trader, meaning that I look at charts. I plot the charts to see what I think is going to go at a certain direction. Yeah. I avoid the noise. I avoid when Trump says something good, the stock market goes up. Yeah. I don't know if you notice that. When someone comes in there and starts blasting against Trump, it tends to go down. Yeah. But the world kind of follows what the American dollar does. Now, the challenge is there's only 3% paper money, U.S. dollars, circulating in the world. 3% of what it used to be. So we have this much paper money left, and it's going to go away. Because now what they're saying is, well, we need to take away paper money because it's dirty and it's causing disease. Because people touch it, they touch your face. Yeah. Okay, but but we're inoculating ourselves to everything too, because you're not throwing yourself everything at once. Yeah. So if that goes away, we have to switch to some kind of currency that's going to be digital. That's why there's the blockchain, there's cryptocurrencies, so on and so forth. So I dove into crypto because they had a halving day. A halving day is something where the stock starts to plummet. As crypto, it might go from like say 9,000 down to 4. You buy it, it bounces back up, you make a ton of money. And it's supposed to go to $20,000.
Yeah.
They said that a bunch of times within the past 4 years. So this is the 4th year. They're claiming that crypto is going to be a great year. So I jumped in for a couple $100. If it starts moving, I'll just put little by little in there.
Yeah.
But some of these marijuana stocks, they're up 65%. So, it's a good time to jump in the market. But for me, I'm not looking at traditional companies like Microsoft, Facebook, IBM, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You look at someone like Facebook, who now is supposedly in trouble with anti-privacy laws and everything else.
Yeah.
What if he gets in big trouble? What's that going to do to his stock?
Yeah.
So if you're holding that, to me personally, if you're holding an American stock, an American company, you are at risk, because the risk is if that company goes under or their stock goes down, that's your money. That's your life. I know my sister's like, hey, how's day trading going? I'm like, why? What's up? She's my portfolio went down 30%.
Yeah, that's everybody's portfolio right now is hurt hard. 401ks are not doing as well.
No, they're not. And the reason is you put money in, but you can't control that money.
No, you can't.
You're
only to an extent on how progressive it is that things are traded, but that's the what you could do.
Ride the trends.
Yeah, exactly.
If it starts going up, take the trend, take the money, pull it out.
Yep.
But then put it somewhere else. If you keep it there, you might have, your stock might go from 20 to 40, then back down to 15.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you lost money.
Yep.
And that's the big problem. And if the government keeps printing money, which is illegal based on the Constitution, which is never brought up because the Federal Reserve, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on that. But, how long can we print money, right? If the Cameo comes up, there's no actual printed dollar, but other countries rely on our currency. It's like, okay, so I'll tell you this. During these 2 months, if I took the U.S. against the Aussie Swiss, or the Aussie against the U.S., the CAD against the U.S., anything with the U.S., I lost my trades. Yeah. So I said, everything with U.S., I just blocked it out. And I started making extra money in my trades because it's unpredictable. Like the market tends to go like this and then like this, and it goes up and down, up and down. It keeps going in a wave. Yeah. It's been going like this. Up and then down and down and here, and it's spiking here and there, and you can't control the market. Yeah. So I think that if you want to protect yourself long term, big pharma has a big play in this our stock market. The stock market is fixed. When they say boxing is fixed, horse racing is fixed, there's artificial intelligence in the U.S. stock market that controls the big hedge funds of when they do their trades, when they don't do their trades, how much things will move, and they know the algorithms. Yeah. You and I, we don't. However, the good traders that I watch, that I follow, that help me and coach me a little bit, they can tell you to a T. They'll draw a line on a chart and go, okay, well, the stock's here. It's going to go down and down, up and down. It's going to land right here around that time. I've seen guys predict within 43 seconds that stock hit that line at that point, and I went, wow. Okay, I know I'm in the right place. Yeah. Anyone could do that with any market, U.S., whatever it is. Yeah. The challenge is Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, and there's one more other company that just run the stock market. Yeah. So depending on what they do depends on what other people do. Yeah. You look at Bezos. His company is skyrocketing up even further than what it was before. Yeah. So he's on a complete vertical line. But that he even said it's not sustainable. He sold off his stock, a lot of it, like hundreds of millions of stock, because he knows that it's not sustainable. People rely on shipping and trucking and jobs, and when the economy changes, he's okay. Yeah. But for other companies, like Avis is in trouble. Here's a funny thing too, and you mentioned about China. The part of what I think is really happening is China's got so much influence and their pockets, in a lot of pockets of a lot of countries, and they've been playing this for a long time. Mm-hmm. Hollywood's run by China right now. Yeah. There's a lot of speculation about that, but then you look at some videos and you go, okay, I get it. So the money, their economy's crappy. They don't have their economy is suck. Trump even said we might just shut them off altogether. We'll save $500 billion. We don't need them. Bring our products back here. Other countries are starting to follow suit and go, we don't need it either. The problem is big pharma, 85% of our drugs come from China.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So
no,
if they shut off China, what happens to big pharma?
exactly.
They're not going to like Trump. However, we may take a painful dump in, getting these drugs out to people, but I get it. I mean, I feel bad for the people that need, like the heart patients, and some of these people are just going to die because they can't get their medication. I've heard that's happened already.
Yeah.
So I understand. It's what do I say? It sucks. Do I want people to die? No, I don't want people to die. I don't wish death on anyone really, but what do we do? So for me, I just think that protecting myself with cryptocurrency, there's a lot of people that are jumping into it now. There's a lot of people pushing it in the right direction. And there's even an alternative bank option out there now.
Yeah.
There's a company that you can invest in them. You can use them as a bank without using a traditional bank, which is going to scare the shit out of real banks, because the only way banks make money is interest.
Exactly.
And their fees. So you take away those fees and interest, they're big. Like I have a account. It's a checking account. They charge me unless I keep like $3,000, it's free.
Yeah.
But I have a secondary one. I thought I'd put like in a savings. They charge me $25 a month. I'm like, that's a lot of money. That's a couple grand a year. I only keep a couple $100 in there, but I'm spending a couple $100 in fees on them. Like, I don't need that account now.
Exactly.
Now, if people catch on to that and they start dropping that, that's millions of customers with $2,000 a year that cuts out of their money. Yep. Then if I take the money out and put it somewhere else, then what? And then I heard some girl say she took all of her money and liquidated everything into cash, all her stocks, everything, her savings account, her bank accounts, everything. I'm like, good for you. Then I thought, ooh, what if they take away paper money? Because what they're trying to do is, if you try to cash out and keep cash, they're going to go, sorry, we don't take cash. We only take this currency now.
Yeah.
So it's a juggling act of trying to figure out how to protect yourself and how to move forward in life. And this new normal can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
I want to take these screens and these shields and just rip them off and throw them out. I don't like it at all. We're still human beings.
Exactly. I feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then plus, having to wear masks, doing all these things. And I'm like, before we did any of this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I knew I worked with the public. I knew I worked with people. So I washed my hands very thoroughly before I did anything or anything ever happened. I've never had an issue before. And then, like I said, wearing these masks, no one's if you really watch people, no one's properly wearing masks. No one's really wearing masks. Everyone pulls them down, takes them down, touches their hand. Everyone's Lysol wipes, Germexing their gloves. I'm like, and then people are just touching everything. And it's just, I'm like, we're still doing the exact same thing. These gloves are not protecting you. These face masks are not protecting you because, when you put a face mask on, you're not supposed to touch it. You're not supposed to adjust it. Once it's on, it's on. Don't play with it. But that's not what we're doing. Because I do it myself. I got a beard, so when my mask moves, it changes. I'm like,
I was saying,
I can't breathe or whatever it is. And
you need a specialty mask. We'll make you a specialty mask. How's that? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Custom.
But like I said, it like all this stuff just going crazy.
Yeah, and the social distance thing. From what I've heard, if you listen to Dr. Spalding on Valuetainment, he has said that social distancing is based off 5G.
Yeah.
So 5G, if you're in a small space within 3 feet of people together, they can't count how many people.
Yeah.
That's why they want us distancing ourselves. It's not from the virus. And if there's something come out the other day, homeless people. You're in California. How many homeless people are around in your area?
Exactly.
Is there a lot. I used to live in Sacramento, and I will tell you that part of the reason I left there is because it was disgusting. And I drove to San Fran in the city down on the wharf, and it smelled like piss. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a beautiful city. But I don't want to go back there because this smells disgusting. It used to smell
disgusting.
Like fish, which fish, like, not a good smell, but at least it's fresh.
Exactly.
Right?
That's the thing, though, too. It's expected disgusting at a wharf as fish. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to smell piss, and I don't want to smell human shit,
Oh. So someone made a good point the other day. He said, so if the coronavirus is so contagious and so bad for us, why are homeless people not dying from it?
Yeah.
Why are they not getting it? They can't wash their hands.
Yeah.
They don't shower. They pee everywhere and poop everywhere. They take drugs with needles. It's like they're sharing needles. I mean, One of them got to get sick at some point. They're not social distancing. No one's telling them what to do.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
not wearing masks. But yet, the paying citizen of the country, like you and I, who work for a living and pay taxes, we have to wear a mask. That's why I was like, I'm not wearing a mask.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. Like when me and my wife go out and about, I only reason I wear a mask at work is because it's required by my job. That's the only reason. Everyone wears gloves. Everyone's always asking, why don't you put on gloves? I'm like, first of all, it's not required, so I'm not going to. I've never worn gloves.
Unless it
You know,
justifies getting fired, then that's different.
yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if it's implemented as like, hey, this is a requirement, well, I can't argue that fact. But the thing is like we're required to wear a mask at the moment, so I'll wear the mask. Everyone's like, you should put on gloves, don't you? Aren't you scared? Scared of what?
Yeah.
Nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting on these gloves because I've been doing the exact same thing for years now, and I feel I don't need to. So
you don't.
It's my preference.
So here's an example. Like right now, these shares of one company is going up. It's up 97%.
Man.
So we need to buy some stock while we're sitting here.
Yeah, it goes like that. Sometimes you got to.
Man.
Well, let's kick gears here again.
Sure.
All right. With and this is bodybuilding for those. I'm an avid bodybuilder. I used to be, and I still work out. I still practice bodybuilding. But and Coach Ken here is a coach of bodybuilding, and so like these are the things that we have passion for and love for. But the thing is, we had a tremendous loss this year. I did a whole podcast on it already. Luke Sandow. This kid, 30 years old, peak of his game. I'm talking about he was making waves, making shit happen.
Sure.
And, and like I said, this is all due. I feel, like I said, I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. I didn't read any reports. I'm just saying, from what I've heard is he was battling his demons and stuff like that. But with this all thing is social distancing, stay home orders. This guy was stuck at home dealing with whatever he was dealing with. And like I said, it's just so crazy that, to lose somebody who was so prevalent in bodybuilding and so young, what I'm saying? It's just so crazy,
Yeah, it is. I mean, I was trying to get Luke. I started doing a podcast, but I've been busy with this whole pandemic thing. I did some things, other stuff, but we haven't talked in a while, which we should talk more. But I tried getting Luke on to try to jumpstart my channel.
Yeah.
And I spoke to his girlfriend a few times on Instagram, who's super nice, really cool chick. She goes, yeah, call him and ask him, because he was building his channel out to where he got a lot of followers. His Instagram was good. His Facebook was good. Yeah. He started getting into products. He was doing the right thing. And he was doing, one of those things that most bodybuilders just can't figure out how to make money. They try, but he had a brand name. He had a name for himself. So I think at that point he was doing okay. From what I could tell, he seemed to be a very funny guy, outgoing. Everyone liked the guy. But from what I've heard, he committed suicide.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he did it.
What
happened?
I know
is, we don't know what happened yet.
Yeah, we're just making assumptions at that point. Yeah, because that's exactly what I heard. Yeah,
I've heard it's confirmed that that's what happened, but they're not saying why and how it happened. So I guess he's had some demons, and I mean, it makes sense because I kind of think through this whole process, I'm like, is there anyone that's going to do that? Because this whole pandemic, like you take someone who, a runner, a sprinter, you can't sprint anymore for 2 months.
Yeah.
In the prime of your life. What do you mean?
Yeah.
For me, like I'm not depressed that I can't work out. I look at this as, okay, let me reflect on some things. Let me figure out, what do I do now? All right. So my body's been beat up. I got joint pain, knee pain, blah, blah, blah. Maybe this couple months will help my body. I purposely just didn't work out.
Yeah, I get recovery time. What I'm saying?
I thought, let my body just heal real good, keep some good nutrition coming in my body, not do anything crazy, rest, relax, and hopefully today I'll go back to the gym and feel good. But I think in his case, like, you take a guy that's in the prime of their career who placed third in the Olympia in his first show.
Yeah,
dude.
That's
one badass. That's badass, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like up and coming, like he was like making crazy. Placed well in the Arnold, did good at the Olympia, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying?
I think he looked good enough that within maybe
I
this
say
year,
3 years, conditioning sets in, he would have took top spot. You know what I'm saying? He was the juggernaut for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
I think he could have done it sooner. I really do. He had a great physique, good structure.
Yeah.
But, the bottom line is that suicide rates are up across the board. It's just not just about bodybuilding, but it influences us because we're in the field, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying, well, I can't work out. I can't do this. It's like, well, okay, you can't because you don't choose to.
Yeah.
I chose to purposely not work out most of the time. I did some band stuff, but 20, 30 pounds of bands is not going to – it keeps me enough to where, I'm doing some chest flies with these cables, and I'm just like, all right, I'll go slow, and I'll squeeze, and I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
All right.
I can only do so much,
I'm doing like 50 reps. I'm going, it's just not the same.
Nah.
So mentally, when you're a bodybuilder, like I did bodybuilding, I'm still a bodybuilder. I just don't compete. But when I was my early age, my first 4 years, my life, I was just a bodybuilder. I didn't have many girlfriends. I studied, go to school. I did my cardio, took my books to the gym and sit on the thing and did cardio while I was studying. Study while I was doing cardio.
Yeah.
And that was my life. I eat, slept, drink, bodybuilding. I had no bad food. I used to boil my chicken. I used to just eat plain potatoes, rice, no salt, nothing. But then I learned my lesson. But my point is, at that time, if you told me I couldn't work out, I would have flipped out.
Yeah.
I would. But now in my life, I created some balance. I know that if I have to tell myself, okay, when I was like 40, what's my plan going forward? Because at some point, my body's going to go, you're done. Yeah. Or gradually you kind of get to a point and go, yeah, I can't do what I used to do. What's next? Like Dorian Yates. Now he just yoga. Yeah. He barely works out, and he's
just enough,
Yeah. So, I think with Luke, it's, I don't know, man. It's always the unexpected person.
It is. Like I said, because I was so blown away to see that post and to see that. I was like, oh my God, this is,
Like, what?
Yeah.
But it's just like Robin Williams. It's Prince. It's Jackson. No one expected them to die.
Nah, nobody.
To kind of kill themselves in a sense, but it happened.
But still, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's the byproduct of what's going on in their environment. And it's just like I said, some people just hide it so well that you wouldn't even know really, you know what I'm saying? I going through a lot of the interviews and listening to everyone's comments, everyone's like, he's had his issues and he's talked about it. But the thing is it was never to that point where people were worried. You know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those things that's like, when I start hearing this kind of shit, I always tell people, it's like, look, you guys, if you even have an inkling that you think of, somebody like that, man, make sure you reach out to that person because that's the shit that saves lives.
It does. And I have to say that I was married to someone in the past who had bipolar issues and suicidal. And at times I was like, I don't know if she's serious or not. And I had to keep an eye on that person. And it was difficult because you want to just call a hotline and go, hey, look. But this is someone who's had that same trend for all their life.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So at that point, it's kind of like, all right, it's attention. They're not going to do it.
Yeah.
But at what point, if they did, you would go, oh, shit, I should have done something. So looking back, I should have done something a long time ago.
Yeah.
But, with this pandemic with Luke, I kind of blame the powers to be to some extent because that wouldn't have happened, I don't think, if he was able to train.
Oh, yeah. No, if there's, because, for bodybuilders and for like us, like I said, working out is life, training is life. And it's a solid foundation of what we build around. And right now, for a lot of people, that's taken away. And so, it's just so crazy, just to, like I said, it's just one of those things like we shouldn't not be closing these gyms down. You know what I'm saying? How long have we been doing these things? And we've had all these other sicknesses and we've had pandemics before, but they were never explored or extorted the way they're being right now. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's true. And I think I told my gym owner, we were talking the last couple of weeks and back and forth. She's supposed to open last Monday. Yeah. And Friday, she's like, well, the governor of this. I'm like, I don't care what the governor has to say. There's nothing. I read some reading, and you cannot do anything that's conflicting to the Constitution.
Yeah.
I told her, if he's in conflict with that, it's on him. Yeah. So if you open and he tells you can't, you have the right to sue this person. And look at all the lawsuits that are going on in the country right now.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of them going on.
I don't know if you saw the Big Sexy. You seen him? You know who that is, right?
Yeah.
Luke Uradell.
Yeah.
Down on Oceanside. He opened his gym. He got arrested they held him for an hour.
Yeah.
Let him go. He went back and opened his gym. I'm like, good for you, man.
Exactly. And like I said, the lawsuit is coming. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't think he's going to sue. He's a lawyer.
Yeah.
So he didn't say anything about him being a lawyer, and they said, why? He goes, I just don't want to get into it with him. I just want to open my gym. He said, because I got people in the military that, PTSDs, they have to work out. He's got drug addicts in here that rely on the gym. It's their therapy.
Yeah, and that's the truth,
so,
and that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I'm looking at the clock going, oh man, I got an hour and a half I can go work out.
That's it.
It's gonna feel good because
yeah,
for 34 years that's what I've done.
Exactly.
But luckily
it does feel good.
I have balance in my life. I don't have to work out. I love to work out.
That's why it's part of our life. Have you heard of what 24-hour fitness is doing?
No.
All right. Let me let you.
All right.
Yeah, I just recently got.
Should I brace myself? Hold on.
Yeah, brace yourself.
All right.
Because this is first of all, they're not refunding anybody their money for the shutdown. They're saying that they're going to extend your when your contract ends, they'll give you they'll give you whatever amount of months for free. But the thing is, some of us have month-to-month memberships, so obviously I don't know how that's going to fucking work.
If you cancel, they're giving you a few extra months.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. That's awesome.
And then now you have to have their app, and you have to set an appointment. You have to schedule your workout now. You have to. So they'll give you 1 hour. You go into the gym. If you're allowed, if you get one of these appointments, you go into the gym 1 hour. After the hour's over, they come in, sanitize the gym. And then the next scheduled appointments for people can come in. And it's just like...
How many people at one time?
None of that has been set. It's going to be per gym, but they're only giving you an hour. And it's just like, are you fucking serious? Like, I purchase... Like, I'm a 24-hour fitness. That's where I go. But the reason I go there is because I need the availability for 24 hours. Because I always go at night. So I get off of work. I go to the gym. This is my time. This is when I can do it. So now they're going to have these scheduled hours. It's no longer going to be 24 hours. And it's just like, are you fucking serious? Like, I got to schedule an appointment, I'm
okay with going to the gym and they say, look, just please keep it to an hour.
Yeah.
I understand. And maybe watch people go, hey, you've been here a little bit too long. Can you?
Yeah.
I get that. Because when I was working a 24-hour back in the day, there was times where you had to sign up for cardio.
Yeah.
Because so many people were coming to the gym. And there's a 30-minute time frame, and people are like, well, when are you done? When are you done? They're like, she's been on there for an hour. And it's like, okay, lady, get off. Can you get off? You've been on there for an hour. Everyone's watching. You're done. Sometimes I had to go up. I work there, and I stopped the button. I'm like, you need to get off the machine. Be courteous. Please, come on.
Yeah. No, which is understandable at that point in time.
Now, I'm a member of LA Fitness, and they've not charged us. Now, my gym, my little local gym that I grew up in, they're charging us. So I'm paying my money for two people, my girlfriend and I'm okay with that because she's the little guy. She's been there for this gym is like 10,000 square feet. Yeah. It started out as a powerlifting bodybuilding gym, steel plates, rustic, old school machines. Maybe they had 4 pieces of cardio in 1986. Yeah. Four. The rest was machines and barbells and dumbbells.
Yeah.
Platforms, monolifts, 5 benches lined up, smelling salts. Best place I've ever worked out in my life. And they're still there.
Yeah.
I came back. I go, how'd you maintain being open all this long? She goes, I don't sell fitness. I believe in fitness. I'm like, wow, good for you.
Yeah.
And now that I text her. I'm like, hey, like, what's going on? This and that. And she's like, I need to be open. So now I know it's like, she needs to make her money.
Exactly.
And I told her, I said, we're going to support you. If we get to stand by the front door, let nobody in the building but members, that's fine.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. Because at the end of the day, now she said we're probably going to wear masks. And I'm like, all right. But I think what's going to happen is we're going to go back to the gyms. We're going to start wearing our masks. And everyone's going to be pulling it down. I'm tired of this thing. I'm tired of this thing. Exactly. I don't know about you, but the park where I live, the parks, they are packed. No one's wearing masks. Adults, kids, old ladies are walking around the park, 75 years old like this, bro.
Same here.
I'm like, hey, man, I'm so glad you're out here. You deserve to be out here and get your health, So, I mean, if LA Fitness is going to implement, like, sign-up times, I'll just cancel.
Yeah. See, and we don't even have a secondary gym for any kind of canceling. I got a squat rack. I got a few dumbbells. You know what I'm saying? I got a little setup here at my house.
You need,
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I got the basics. But the thing is like, I like specific machinery. I like specific things to work out, and I'm giving it a little bit of time before I cancel my membership, because I definitely want to make sure that I want to be able to get the proper workouts that I want. And like I said, I got elliptical, I got a bike, a treadmill, and all my stuff. But it's just like.
And another thing to think about too is when it comes to your rights and everything else, when you sign a contract I work in the gym industry, they have contracts.
Yeah, that's exactly what we got.
Contracts are supposed to be upheld.
Yeah.
So if you provide, I owned a gym, and don't argue with me one time, but I wasn't open a certain time. I said my gym's open 24 hours with a key fob. You can swipe whenever you want. Well, it didn't work. You weren't available. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. But the thing is if they're going to implement sign up times, I'll simply just say that's not part of the contract I signed with you. Exactly. So now you're going to give me a discount, or I'm just not going to go to your gym, and you're going to start losing millions of dollars. And look, the bottom line is we know it's a hoax. Trump said it's a hoax. Fauci says we don't need masks, yet everyone's still wearing masks. So if you want to wear a mask, fine, but you're not inoculating yourself to viruses and bacteria that's out there that could potentially harm you in the future. And come wintertime, are we all going to get sick anyway? Yeah, that's normal. That's the cycle of any flu.
Any flu. Any sickness.
Yeah, so it's like
I know.
It's just irritating, man.
There's just so much going on. You know what I'm saying?
Too much,
that's why
dude.
You Coach Ken, because you always got your finger on the pulse of all this shit.
I try, dude. I don't know how much I can really input. I wish I could reach more people, because I've tried on Facebook, and I'm talking to people like I told about the 32 people with COVID. When they said 32 people had COVID confirmed, that wasn't death. I know of one death in my city, and I've asked other people I know. They're like, no one that I know is sick.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone's sick. Now the governor says there's 3,200 people that are sick.
Yeah.
So I go on Facebook and I'm like trying to inform people like, hey, look, this deep state is trying to control our brains. They're trying to chip us. I've heard yesterday that these lights some of them have a patent on lights that have microchips that can pick up frequencies with your computer and track and hear everything you do and influence your thoughts. And I'm like, okay, well then they didn't tell me that when I bought it. They didn't disclose that. Is that an auto invasion of your privacy?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, come on, man. I'm all about. I don't mind giving some of my privacy up if they want some data to use for marketing.
Yeah, which like I said, that's how these algorithms work. That's how these people make money. It's through those things. It's like I said, I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? People are like, oh, I'm like, how are they gonna know what I want if I don't let them have this tiny bit of information? And it makes it very, very convenient when Google is like, hey, you kind of mentioned this. Does this what you want? I'm like, that's exactly what I wanted.
But think about it. It's still manipulation, because when you type something in, I want to type in what I want to type in and search. Yeah. But if I type something and goes, oh, is this what you want? Like those terms?
Yeah.
It's forcing you in a direction based off what you previously done before. Yeah. And in your brain, the AI is simulating what you think. Yep. And what they're doing is saying, well, he thinks this because that's what he thought before. So they keep contained in this area where I want to expand my brain. I don't want to be locked into a bubble. But most people think that that's not true. I'm like, all right, so look at your life. Here's a good question. Why are most people during this 2 months just confiding, sitting back, not revolting? No one's getting killed. No one's shooting everyone. No one's shooting at cops. No one's freaking out. Why? Because they're already controlled some people's brains to keep us calm during pandemics. It's a pandemic. The worst thing people did was buy toilet paper.
Yeah.
And
paper towels. That's it.
Now the other thing is Michigan had the protest with the guns.
Yeah.
They walked up to the Capitol.
Yep.
No one got shot. No one got killed. They had like rifles strapped to their shoulders. I'm like,
within the rights. Within the rights.
Yeah. So. Yeah. This whole thing with I still go back to the fitness part too. I'm sorry to digress a lot, but there's
it's all good. That's why we have these conversations.
A lot to talk about, man. We haven't talked in a while, but I think we'll be fine. I know whatever God you believe in or don't believe in God, whatever. We're all on the same path, but I think this has been a wake up call for a lot of people to kind of take a step back and go, look, you're working too hard. And here's the other things too. I work in the credit world during the day. people right now are trying to buy houses.
Oh yeah.
They think that we're going to have these massive interest rates drop.
Oh yeah.
Well, realtors are going, it's not a buyer's market because no one's selling.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. And they're not selling because they are stuck with their house that they really can't afford anymore. They don't have any money. So what about the foreclosures? It's not been said that I know of. If you have a house, you're going to get 2 months grace period and no payments. Are they putting in that at the back end of your loan?
Exactly. See, and that's what me and my wife were already discussing. It's like, just like you said, I was like, a lot of people are not understanding, like, if it's not put on the back end of your loan, you're going to be owing this right away. And it's going to put you further in debt, and there's going to be a lot of foreclosures. And even my wife, like I said, within 2 years, I feel there's going to be a huge market drop in houses, and then it'll become a buyer's market.
Well, but the flip side is after 2-3 months, if you're excused of your loan or forbearance for 3 months, and you have a $1,500 loan, okay, the bank's going to go, well, now you owe $4,500.
Yep.
Where are you getting that money if you haven't worked?
Exactly.
I think I've heard as part of the plan is they're going to eventually, after those 3 months, go, now you owe money and foreclose on your home. So they can take the homes, put them on the market, resell everything. It's kind of like the feds are correcting themselves to get more money.
Yeah.
On our expense.
No, trust me. It's something I can see happening pretty soon. You know, it's crazy.
Are you a homeowner?
Yeah.
Did you get a stimulus check?
I got to, but let me tell you right now, I did not pay my mortgage. I did not pay my bill. Everything
you paid everything?
Paid
Good.
to the T's.
Good.
Like I said, that's the thing. It's like, why would I not pay my bills?
Don't take that chance, man.
Yeah, I'm not taking a fucking chance.
You got your stimulus check?
Oh yeah, I got my stimulus check.
I haven't got one. Family members have not. Family members haven't got one. A lot of people I know haven't got one. Maybe it's because.
Oh yeah, no, I got mine right away.
No, I still reside in Sacramento.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that's part of it too. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I've been self-employed for a while, so I don't really want to check because I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to take money from. To me, it's just corrupt people, and I don't want that. $1,000 is not going to change my life.
Yeah.
You know, but for some people, they need the money.
Yeah, no, that's 100%. Because like I said, some people ain't working, some people ain't anything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but moving forward, I guess the question is for everyone is, what will you do to protect yourself and your family? We have a food shortage, we've got money to deal with, housing to deal with. Is the economy going to change? I think with Trump in office, that financially we'll probably be okay.
Yeah.
For a while, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We think he thinks we will, and that's fine, but he's not always right. So, the question really is, what do we do moving forward? How do we go back to, like, I'm going to live my life normal. In fact, what you were saying about work, one of my friends, I won't say where he works, but at his job, they asked him, they told everyone you have to wear a mask, blah, 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 social distance, all that stuff. Jeez, we got bugs in here. And he told the boss come up to him one day. He's not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And he has a public service job.
Yeah.
And he's like, why aren't you wearing a mask? He goes, because I don't have to. Like, well, it's required by work. He goes, it's not required based on the Constitution. He goes, so I'm not wearing a mask. And if you're going to force me to wear a mask, I will sue you and I'll own this entire company. He's like,
yeah.
All right, don't wear one. But my friend is like, I'm not going to change he still goes to the park every day with his kids when he gets a chance. I'm not changing my life.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I've not changed any aspect of my life. And I don't want anybody to change any aspect of their life. You should be out there doing what you want to do.
Absolutely.
But, Canada, shit, it's almost been an hour, bro. It didn't even seem like it.
I know, right?
So
you're tired, man.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for, sharing your knowledge with us. Definitely going to get you on again within the month. And so, everyone, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. This is the Angry Dad Podcast. You want to watch the shit? IGTV, YouTube. You want to listen to shit? Spreaker, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, SoundCloud, Deezer, iHeartRadio. This motherfucker's everywhere. You can easily fucking watch this shit. Coach Ken, let them know where they can find you.
I guess the best place probably either Facebook or Instagram. You can type in Coach Ken on either one. You'll find me. If you want I still coach people. I don't coach a lot, but I do a little bit. If you need coaching or have questions, just contact me at CoachKenX@gmail.com, or probably Instagram is probably the best place to find
and
me.
I'll put all this information in the notes so you guys can easily find it.
Sure.
So thank you guys for watching.
All right, bro.
You guys on the next one.
Stay
Later,
safe.
Bro.
Don't get any coronavirus out there. All right, man.
All right.
Never Always living, always living, always living, always living, always living.